And the Buffaloes will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Baylor's offense will get the first swing of the game. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for the defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Bears send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Buffaloes offense will take the field for the first time. First down. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. But because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about compromise. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them.
Turning it on! Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Takes the handoff, it's Price. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
got the back over the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start. 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. White wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Under fire. Hit as he throws. He can't make the connection on the soft toss.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Bears with the 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the 1st down, moving the sticks, getting a fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Baylor! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Looking for a gap. It's Price. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
To the ground with the back. Gets it past the marker. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. With that snag, he now has 4,000 yards receiving in his career.
And that's an incredible number to hit, man. Like, you've got to make play after play. You've got to be available every single week. And also, Jesse, this is a guy that's been highlighted in this offense. You know the football's finding him. It's going to go his direction, and he continues to still be a playmaker.
I think he's a product of the system, no doubt about it. But this guy also has tons of talent. I think you would put this guy in any offense, and he would make plays. 4,000 receiving yards in a career, that's outstanding.
Can't make the grab as he was looking. His man right at the goal line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Final play of the quarter coming. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the move. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on third down. On the ground, it's Price. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. White going to attack through the air. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players are going to be able to execute.
And the Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Looking to throw on third. Caught over the middle. It's Reed. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
He'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
They've got it first and 10 from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you...
Touchdown, Colorado! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? White wants to throw it quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wants to fire on second down. The sure hands, it's Stewart. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. After those last two plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to take off. As they say, touchdown, first down, or get down. He gets down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on 4th.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a huge play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
Looking left. Snares it outside. It's Hamilton. And he could have gotten the first down, but he just scooted out of bounds, and he will be short, and it'll be a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. White going to attack through the air. Here's a heat. He's in open space downfield. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays. They make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He didn't. Defense took advantage of it.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Hayden. Across the 25. He's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Hayden. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. And the Buffaloes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's him in stride inside the 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Bears headed quickly to the line. White wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Bucs.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break. break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Trying to set up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Colorado! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He breaks the tackle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Hand off from the shotgun. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Bears will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Hayden. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking for space, it's Turner. And he dropped a quick spin move on him before being dragged down. Solid pickup on the play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bears lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The short hands, it's Hamilton. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Looking deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. White going to attack through the air. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears will send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Colorado has the ball back in the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands. Let him do the rest.
Wants to keep it in the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Buffaloes will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And the Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. He'll set up to throw. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Baylor, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. White wants to throw it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You know, on a third and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up fourth down.
And the Bears line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why.
And it's picked off for the third time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Here we go. White going to attack through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Buffs! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking downfield on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
That's caught. It's Watson. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Bears will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. With the catch, it's Hayden. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Hamilton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The game plan was to come in and throw the football and to attack this defense vertically down the field. I'd say they've done just that. This QB now has close to 500 passing yards.
Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
Sends it downfield. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. The Bears just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw, it's Bennett. Rushes on him. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
He'll do it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
That's reeled in. It's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bring in the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Wants to throw it. Floating away. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
And he got smacked just as he released a pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but just live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they
throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the postgame.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got another 25. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
This reminds me of the guy I used to play for in college down in Gainesville, the head ball coach. He used to like to do this. He would have big leads in the 4th quarter. He was still letting his QBs throw it deep down the field.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Gain of 18. 1st and goal, Colorado.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Scanning the field, it's Bennett. He's taking a deep shot. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're